What's up, y'all? You are listening to For the Artists, a podcast brought to you by Creative M Projects. I'm your host, Melissa Cherie, and I have with me KaliaKMusic. Hey, I got that right. Okay, so she's been singing. She's been singing since she started speaking. Hello, that should be no surprise to you if you're listening, because we always bring people on that have been using their gifts, like basically since they popped out. Okay, she showed up showing a unique gift. She was picking up sounds and lyrics as early as like a year and a half. She began to enter live shows and talent shows in elementary school, and she shocked everyone with her natural performance skills and her no fear approach. I'll snap to that. During the pandemic, she was challenged to write her first song in exchange for an Instagram account. Her mother went on to record that song, and Kalia went on to write Somewhere Far, her second song, and she released it in 2021. Okay, she is already doing things, and she's only like 17, y'all. Okay, she's an actress. She was the lead in a short film called Can You See Me, which was about a young girl she was captured in Hollywood trafficking ring. She recently moved to Austin, Texas, where she booked her first commercial campaign with Meta. And with her earnings, she bought an entire production setup. I'm a snap to that too, and started writing and producing her own songs. Her latest self-written and produced song is Young and Old, and it's streaming on all platforms. There are more releases in the works. We can talk about that. But again, she is a diverse young artist who has a pop soul sound, and she boasts confidence in the fact that she is unique. Her hopes are that her music can make people feel that they are not alone, and to make music that people can relate to. Oh my gosh, we can talk more about why you do music, but Kalia, beautiful girl. Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, with the name, like, you know what? I was about to try to say your last name again, but I was like, I don't want to jack it up. KAUKIMOCE. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, you got it perfect.
I
know. You know what? People always ask me how to pronounce it. So it's okay if you don't pronounce it correctly. It's a complicated last name.
So the first thing they ask you is, how do I pronounce it? And then the second question must be, what does your last name mean? Do you get that?
I literally have no idea. So my dad's from Fiji. So I'm half Fijian, and yeah, it's just I literally have no idea what it means, but it's a complicated last name. Like, people mess it up all the time.
Okay, you know what? You need to find out what that last name means, because I feel like it means something heavy, like something really cool.
I know, I have to ask my dad. I really do.
Or you know what? I bet you we could Google it.
You know what? I bet you could Google
Hey, so talk to me about one thing that stood out to me about your bio. Talk to me about this whole bartering or bargaining for an Instagram account. Like, what is that? What is that story?
Okay. So, I think I was like 12 or 13, and I was in 7th grade, and everyone else had Instagram accounts. I felt so left out. So I was like crying to my mom all the time. I was like, I feel so left out. Like, everyone was like, oh my God, you don't have Instagram? Like, what? You don't have Instagram? And so one day my parents were like, no, they just probably had enough of my complaining. And they were like, okay, so if you write a song for us, then you can get an Instagram account. And so I was like, oh, yes. So I just went straight to it. I grabbed my guitar and I wrote a song. I think it's called Strawberry Kisses. And I wanted, so the story with that song is that I really wanted to record that song like on my own, but I ended up like being like super like teenagery and being like, I don't want to do it. So then my mom ended up recording it. So it's not released, but we're like gonna release it soon for her. And so she's singing on it and I just wrote it. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So
I got
your
an
mom,
Instagram account.
and you got an Instagram account.
Yep.
And is it one of those like managed by mom and dad?
Yes, it was. It literally had it in the bio. It was like in my bio, it was like managed by my mom or something like that, like parent controlled Instagram account.
I love that. I'm sorry. There's so much going on out there in the social media world that like when you're underage, I appreciate that parent is going to be there to,
Oh yeah.
help protect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So your mom sings?
Yeah, my mom is a singer. So yeah, she's a singer and she's a professional dancer. So I get it from her. You get it
honest. Who taught you how to play the guitar?
I'm self-taught.
What? Yes, I'm in love. Okay. Tell me about your self-taught journey. Paint a picture.
Okay, so basically in 6th grade, my best friend Snow, one of my very bestest friends, Snow's mom, actually was so sweet. I was playing her ukulele and she taught me how to play a song by the Beatles. I forgot what it's called, but she taught me basically how to play ukulele first. And then she bought me a ukulele. And so I had been doing that for like a year before I started learning guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I figured out that I could play that same song the same way that I played it on the ukulele on guitar. And so my friend Lyra, she just had this like guitar and she like let me like play around with it. And so I ended up like learning my first song on guitar, like just by taking the same chords from the ukulele and putting it onto the guitar. And then I was like, oh, I have to do guitar now because I just like how it sounds so much better. So I was like, let's do this. And so I started looking up YouTube videos on how to play like my most favorite songs. And my dad knew how to play a little bit, so he taught me like basic chords and stuff like that. And we had a hand-me-down guitar, so I was lucky enough to be able to have the resources to learn.
Oh my gosh. You know what I love about your generation, KALIA, is you have so much at your fingertips.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have like the world at our fingertips, like so many things that like we can learn from. I just can't believe that there's so many people who don't really use it to their advantage too. It's like it's almost wasted in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you basically read my mind because I was like, your generation has so much at their fingertips in terms of knowledge and information and how to and resources, but not everyone will take advantage of that.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Yeah.
some will, some won't. I kind of feel like there's a large number, but I mean, it's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
I mean, does that come from, because you've already talked about like your mom and dad, they're both kind of like creative with their talent and stuff like that. I mean, did that come from them? Like, did you see them taking advantage of resources and,
I don't even know if I thought about it that way, but it was more of like, I don't know. I just didn't really have social media and stuff like that. Like I wasn't able to like be in control of my own social media. So like I guess I was just using what I had, and also like I wanted to be able to like learn how to, I guess, like make my own music and also like be able to sing covers and stuff like that, because covers was like a really big thing for my dad. Like he really like loves to like recommend me like covers to do and stuff like that. So
Uh-huh.
I think it's just I thought of it as a really easy way to let my parents see like what I could do, maybe like carry on my own, and also to like, just have fun. Just have fun. It was just really fun.
Okay, it was just really fun.
Yeah.
So that was your motivation. It was fun. You were just doing something that you enjoyed.
Yeah, it was also kind of I mean, I guess it was like a little bit of like seeing my dad play a bit, but also I grew up around like a lot of family members who were musically talented. So whenever we would go to like little family get-togethers, they have this thing called a tapa that they sit on a mat on the floor, and they sit around each other and they sing songs, and they have like kava. Do you know what kava is?
Mm-mm.
It's so in Fiji, it's a ceremonial drink and it calms your nerves. It
Hmm.
comes from a root in the ground. I'm not sure what root, but it's called kava.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. Now, where were you doing this?
Where
Like,
were
were
we?
were you in the States or what? Like,
Oh, yeah. So I used to live in California, and
okay.
I used to live in LA, and a lot of our like and family friends. So like my remote like immediate family lived in Sacramento. So when I lived in LA. So we were like quite a bit of a distance from them. So like whenever we would go there, they would do that. And then also my dad, like from the years that he had lived in California in the States, he had made like friends because he wanted to get like a sense of community there, and like people that
Mhm.
he knew of his own culture. So we were doing it in our family friends' houses and in our family's houses. But in Fiji, they do that, but we don't go there that often. We go there like I've only been 3 times so far.
Well, you
So
done been 3 times more than me, honey. But if it's anything like the Hawaiian Islands, I've been there and
oh
love, love, love.
yeah. Yeah, Hawaii's really pretty too.
Hmm. Wow. Okay, so talk to me about one of the other things that was mentioned in your bio was your no fear approach. What give me some more juiciness on that. What does that mean exactly to you? Like, why are you using that phrase?
I guess in a sense it's more of like I'm not really scared of people judging me that much about what I do, and it doesn't I mean, I've had a lot of people go, "Oh, that's not like an actual career." You know that, right? Like it's not an actual career, like that's not a legitimate career. And I I'm honestly I just have to like push it out. So I guess like no fear approach is more of like a careless like of what other people think approach. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I got a lot of negative criticism instead of like positive like constructive criticism. And so just my whole life I had a lot of like bullying and all that stuff. And so when it came to this is like the one thing that I was like, people who were bullying me were complimenting me when they saw me perform. And so I was like, oh, so this is one thing that I'm gonna like really step up with and not care about what people say, you know? Like I had been through a lot of bullying when I was younger. And so it was just, I don't know, I guess I'm going in circles, but like it just means like I'm not gonna just go out there and be like afraid of what people are gonna say about me.
Hmm. I don't think you're going in circles at all. Basically, what I hear you saying is that the same people that were throwing shade and bullying you ended up like kind of flip-flopping and changing
Yeah.
their tune, and then they're like, oh, all these compliments and things. Like, people, you can't put too much emphasis on what people are saying, because like people change their thoughts, their minds, their behavior,
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm when I hear about people being bullying, like I know it's a thing, but
Yeah.
I'm still just so like, I guess kind of like a little bit in shock when I hear the extent to which people are still bullying other people. And this
Exactly.
is like, I mean, we're into 2024 and this is still going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually I mean, it wasn't like a big reason, but I used to be in public school, and when I moved from LA, so I moved like 2 months into my second semester of freshman year.
Mhm.
So I moved to Austin when I was like 15, and I didn't know anyone, and everyone already knew each other, and so I went to public school in uh in my neighborhood, and I got the worst stank eye, like nasty faces, like all of that stuff. I mean, it was literally, it's like, do you know how sometimes people are like, they're like shady in a way that's like secretive? Do you know what I mean? They're like shady in a like that type of thing. Like they're like looking behind their back and stuff like that and whispering into each other's ears. I mean, I got like, maybe this is like a little off topic, but when I my sophomore year I went to my very first football game, and I got chased by 30 plus boys into the girls' bathroom. Like me and like two other people, because we were uh they were throwing bottle caps at us, like bottles that they were drinking from, like Sprite bottles and Coke cans. They were throwing it at our heads, and so we turned around and we threw them back because we were like, this is your trash, like why are you throwing it at us? And so we like looked back, threw it back, and then they started calling us slurs and derogatory words and all of that stuff. And because me and my friends are plus size, that they were making fun of our weight.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to run all the way down the stairs into the little like bathroom area of the arena, and all of the boys were banging on the bathroom door. When we locked it, they were banging on the bathroom door. It was like 30 plus boys. They were all younger than us, but they were taller than us and probably stronger than us. So we were really terrified. And then I ended up going into homeschool because of like all of the harassment that I was getting, and also just because I thought it would be better for my career also. So yeah, bullying is like a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. And I know that people have dealt with worse than I have. And it really, really, really hurts me to hear that from other people, because knowing what it feels like to be bullied is like, that's the worst feeling ever. Like, you don't know why people don't like you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes there is no reason, or at least there's no legitimate reason. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got quite a few years on you. I just celebrated a birthday. When I went out to eat for my birthday,
Yes.
my husband can attest to this. Okay. When I stepped out of the vehicle, like the lady at the front, the hostess was already automatically throwing shade. Like you could
What?
see it, you could feel it. And it was like, I didn't know this lady from anything, and she doesn't even know me. And like he noticed it. So you like, and usually, he won't always notice stuff like that, but that's how bad it was. He noticed it this time. So my point is that, you know, it doesn't even matter your age. Like, unfortunately,
It's
that
gonna.
sort of thing still happens. But
Mm.
I love that you are, like, you're aware of it, but you're also, not allowing it to have a negative effect on you
Yeah.
in terms of, like being confident in who you are. I think that is really big because not everybody can say that. Sometimes people will struggle with
Yeah.
being confident and okay with who they are. And so when those sort of things happen, it's extremely destructive because they have a hard time recovering from the different things that people do and say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, oh my gosh, there was something that you said that I was gonna hang on to and I forgot it. But that's okay, it might come back to me. So when you're songwriting,
Mm.
talk to me about your songwriting. I mean, do you just go into your room and like just get with yourself, or like what's your songwriting process like?
Um, it's kind of complicated because I get writer's block like anyone, but I get writer's block for really long periods of time. And so I think that sometimes it's kind of just spontaneous. Like sometimes you'll just think of something and then I'll have to sit down and grab my guitar and grab my notebook and just write it down. And a lot of the times it's like sometimes I'll just be playing my guitar, just practicing my guitar. And I'll just think of like some chords and then randomly it'll just like come to me, like the words will just come to my head, and it's really like sometimes it has to be a process for people, but for me most of the time it's really just random, like it's just really 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 random. And honestly, I don't even know if I sat down right now, I don't even know if I would be able to write a song. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm so glad that it comes to me like that though, because it's so much easier than, because I've tried, I'd be like, okay, today I'm gonna write a song. And then I'm literally blank. Like there's nothing happening in my head. Like there's nothing going on. It's completely blank. And so, oh, I'm just so grateful that I am like spontaneously like thinking of stuff, because also I'm the first song that I wrote, Somewhere Far, I
Mhm.
wrote it in 2020 during the pandemic with also my one of my best friends, Snow, same person whose mom bought me the ukulele. And honestly, I have a way easier time writing songs with other people than myself,
Mhm.
even if I'm doing most of the work. Like it just feels good to have someone there supporting your decision. And like, if I don't know, I just feel like a lot of the time, like either my mom's there or my best friend Zion's there or my best friend Snow's there or just something like that, like where I have like a support system where it makes it a lot more easy to like think about it. When
Mhm.
I'm by myself though, sometimes, girl, I am so angry at myself. I get so angry. I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? Yeah, so I mean, I hate to be like the, oh, it just comes to me, Like, do you know what I mean? Or just like, yeah, it just no, it's like it comes to me like so easy. But it really is the truth. Like it really is the truth. It just sometimes I'm just like pop, just like it's right there. And and that it helps that I can play an instrument too. So
Well, you know what? Never apologize for how the gift comes. Okay, just
yeah,
receive it.
yeah.
That's amazing that your gift will just come to you like that. And you know what? Your friends, y'all just sound like, a fly tribe. You're like my best friend Zion, my friend Snow. I mean, you guys
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys have like the names are sick, okay? We got Kalia, Snow, and Zion coming to you live. I mean, like
No, yes, they like they are really the most awesome people ever. Like I'm actually, I mean, I'll tell this to you, but me and Zion, me and Zion are in a little group called Mutual Problem. Um And we have like 2 songs that when I get to LA, when I come back to LA, we're gonna record because they both live in LA, unfortunately. Well, I'm
Oh,
all the way in Texas, so.
okay.
But we write songs over the phone, and Snow is really talented musically, but we haven't written a song together since like 2020. So yeah, they're really like, both of them are honestly my number one fans. They are.
I love that. I love that. I just remembered what it was that I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Because when you were talking, you're telling your story, you used the word career. So you're already at your
Oh,
age thinking of when you say career, you're talking specifically about singing, like singer-songwriter, correct?
yeah, I'm talking about acting is also another one of my passions that I have done like a few things for, thank God, because I literally that is like, I've been wanting to do this since I was really little, and then also singing as well. So I have like a lot of things on like my dream Pinterest board that I want to do that like would probably have to come like after words when I have the money to do it. But yeah, I think of it as a career just because it's like, I'm not gonna stop doing this. I was given this gift for a reason, and I'm not gonna stop doing it just because other people don't like it.
Yeah.
Everyone listens to music. You can't just be playing the same artists over and over and over again. I mean, you can, but you at least want to find some new ones. Like, I know I do. I know that sometimes if I listen to the same artist over and over again, it kind of gets repetitive for me. I'm looking up new artists all the time, or I go to an artist that I haven't listened to in a while, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think even when people have their favorite artist, even if they listen to them a lot, they're not listening to them like that's not all they're listening to.
No, yeah,
And
for sure.
and I love on Spotify. This is not a shout out for Spotify, by the way, either. I'm just saying, I love one of the features that they have where it's like if you have an artist that you like, you can listen to, like KALIA radio, and it's going to
Mhm.
pull up other artists that have similar
Yes.
sounds. And that's another way to like find new artists, because it's kind of like in that sound or vibe that you like or you're feeling or that you want to listen to, but then you get
Yeah.
exposed to new people. So you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, wow. Okay. So you're working on your career, but you're out here in Texas. Are you going to be graduating soon?
Yes, actually, I'm homeschooled right now, so I'm trying to graduate early. We'll see what happens, though.
And how many years have you been homeschooled? Look, I'm all up on your business.
No,
Everybody's
it's
all up in your
okay.
business right
It's
now.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Um, I okay. So this is actually my first year of homeschool. So I finished my sophomore year. I'm a junior now. And so this is my first year of homeschooling. I'm almost finished with it, and then I'll be on to my senior year.
Okay. And then
Yes.
after your senior year, you will continue to focus on music, or will you go to school, or are you undecided? Or both?
I'm kind of in the middle right now just because college is like, I hate school. I hate school, but it's good for me and I know that I have to do it. But maybe that's like a naive way of thinking of it, but I honestly, for me, like, I would love to not go to college, but if I have to for anything, it would be for fashion. So I would have like a little like fallback thing. I want to go to college. If I go to college in New York, I want to go to FIT. But if I get to a point where I don't have to, then great. I won't be going.
Tell me what is it that you hate about school? Like, tell me what that is.
Um, I I'm not I'm not a scholar. So it's like for me, it's like school has always been an issue. Math has been a really bad issue for me. Like there have been times where I did like math a lot, but just for me, I just can't it puts a lot of stress on my body and stuff like that, or just on me, period. And that's like a lot of people say that. But for me, it was like something that I was like, I don't really want to go to college because I know that I'm just gonna be stressed out. Like I'm gonna stress myself out. And there's nothing wrong with people who go to college. Girl, good for you. You went to college. Like I'm proud of my friends for going to college. Girl, you had the money too. You had the money too. You had the you had the grades too. You had the grades too. Like your parents are yelling at you for getting a C. That's okay. That's okay. You're going to college. You're going to college, girl. But like but for me, it's like I don't have the grades for that. I don't have the grades, nor do I have the time or energy.
You said, nor do I have the time or energy. Okay, you know what, Kalia? At 17, I'm not sure that I was in tune, okay, with my stressors. And you're over here dropping the that's too much stress on me.
Yeah,
What do you know about stress at 17?
well, girl, sitting in my bed, it's just too stressful. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
Well,
but seriously, how do you know
how do I know?
at 17, like what's stressing you and what's stressing you out? Like what does that mean? What is that for real though for you?
Okay, this may get a little bit, like it might get a little bit like sad-ish, but I have a lot of health issues, and sometimes when I'm in school, it raises my stress levels because of the pressure that I feel on my body. But like also at the same time, like I know I can do it. Like I'm not stressed all the time in school and stuff like that. But for me, I feel like sometimes it's easier for me to get stressed because of all those like things that I have going on with me. And so maybe my mom's gonna watch this and be like, girl, no. But that's just how I feel. That's honestly just how I feel. Like I used to get a lot of anxiety when I was younger, like because of the things that I was lacking in my body and stuff like that. So I guess like just on a regular level, I know what stress is from like the experiences, but like I don't know what it's like to pay bills, and I don't know what it's like to, you know, be worried about all of that stuff. So I guess on that level, not, but just like a regular teenage level, I know what feels like, at least, you know. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, because literally, it doesn't matter your age. We all experience pressure. You
Yeah.
know, there's things that will bring pressure to
Yeah.
us, to our lives. And then we all can handle different amounts of pressure. You know, you talked about being unique. That's part of our uniqueness, is our ability to, you know, handle stress, withstand stress. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of healthy ways to deal with stress. Like all stress is not even necessarily bad. It's just pressure, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But what I think is cool is the fact that you are so young and you're using that language. For me, that means that there's an awareness at even a younger age of what sort of things are happening to bring about stress.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the more that you can recognize that, the more that you can handle it in a healthy way or get help from someone. When you
Yeah.
know that, when you can be like, oh shoot, that's what that is. Like I'm feeling stressed. Like I'm stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are your other friends like that too at your age? Do they know like what
Um,
their stressors are?
yeah, my again, I'm gonna mention Zion. She is really good with like being able to tell, like for her, like I think maybe she doesn't think, but I think that she's the most in touch with how she feels. Like she knows herself. Like she knows herself to a T. And it's like a lot of people my age don't. And so I think like I learned that from her a lot, that she has like given me a lot of advice and stuff like that, to the point where she is just like, she's just so like, okay, I know what's going on, I know how to handle it, and I know like this and this and that, you know. That's like my number one thing like with her, is that she just like really knows how to like tell what's going on with her brain and what's going on in her mental like space.
Okay, another thing that I am like mind blown emoji when it comes to your generation, because I grew up in a different day and time, and we weren't wrapping our heads around the fact that, oh, this is causing me stress. What kind of mental space am I in? Like we just didn't do that. We survived. And even like my mom and dad's generation, they were a different generation, and you know, it's just so interesting how we evolve.
Yeah.
You know, through the years. We won't get too deep. Because you know, you might have homework to do, or there might be like a random song that pops in your head after you get off of this podcast with me.
Yeah. I might be like, oh, song idea.
So do you have brothers and sisters? Are you an only?
I have a younger sister. She's 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she stress you out? No.
Yes.
Wow.
She knows I love her.
So do you miss LA?
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel like you've been more creative or less creative with the move from LA to Texas?
More. Because if you don't mind, I'm gonna like, I'll elaborate a little bit, but I lost a lot of really good friends like when I moved here, just out of like not communication just like kind of faded away and stuff like that. And so I guess obviously like a lot of songwriters, they're the situations that they deal with will like kind of come into play with their music a lot of the time. So I think that like with my music right now, it's a little bit depressing, it's a little bit sad, but like right now it's kind of I'm kind of reflecting on like past events, just so I can, because a lot of time writing music about those events kind of help me get over them. And so I think that like with moving from LA to Texas, it's like all of those losses kind of like, yes, they came into clutch with this music, but like sad like that I lost those people, but it like has definitely helped me to like, okay, like realize that like I can let it go, you know, because it's been 2 years. So like honestly, I think that moving also like I kind of just like my personality kind of like I guess flourished a little bit, because not to be mean to like a lot of the people and like Gen Z in LA, but a lot of them are similar. Like a lot of them are similar. And I think that moving here gave me a chance to be different, you know, like gave me a chance to just explore myself a little bit more. So yeah.
Wow. I want to ask a question, but I'm like, it might be a little kind of loaded.
You can ask.
Because when you talk about exploring yourself a little bit more, I'm like,
yeah,
how are you doing? Because that's intentional. Is that intentional, or is this kind of like a hindsight realization that, I've been exploring myself more since I've been here? Or was it the reverse, where it's like, you know what, I'm here, I'm doing different, I'm gonna really explore myself some more?
I don't think that it was intentional. I just think, I mean, I think part of it was kind of intentional, but part of it wasn't, just like, how you just grow with time and stuff like that. And I think I still have a lot more to grow from, and I have a lot more time left.
For
So
sure.
it's like exploring myself. I guess it just meant just like trying to become more like self positive and stuff like that, because there's just a lot of negativity that's spewed out, obviously, like we talked about before. And so
Mm-hmm.
being able to like really like care what I thought instead of what other people thought, like really gave me the it just gave me the strength to like get to know myself. And like I'm still doing that, I'm still learning how to like navigate my life and like see who I am and stuff like that, and get to know who I am and stuff like that. But honestly, I just think that coming here, I had a lot of time to myself. I didn't have that many friends. I don't really have that many friends here. So it just gives me time to myself. And I think when you're given like alone time, you really like get to like learn like just about yourself more, just about
Mm.
yourself more. Like when you live on your own, or when you like are just don't have that many friends, like you don't go out that much, like you're just able to get a better understanding of who you are and what makes you tick and stuff like that.
Yes. Spoken like a queen. I there I mean, it's alone time, your personal kind of like you time, me time, whatever you want to call it. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what age we get to, like we need that time. Like it's essential, like it should be
Yeah.
essential. And I think that as we grow, as we pick up more and more responsibilities, like I'm sure you'll see your mom and dad, trying to balance all the responsibilities of
Yeah.
work and taking care of you and your sister and whatever other things that they have going on. All of those things start to creep in on the time that you have to just be by yourself. So it's like you really have to be mindful of that and like go after it and make sure that you're still carving out that time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to get ready to start wrapping up soon because I've had you on here for a minute.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want your mom or dad calling me talk about you had her on there too long and she didn't get to her homework. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
No, it's good. Also, thank the Lord I don't have homework ever. So
Oh!
so yeah. Also, girl, we are just doing chores. My dad is sick. My sister is sick.
Oh
So
no.
yeah.
Do
Lazy
you do
house.
chores every day? Because we did chores on Saturdays. We had Saturday chores and I absolutely hated them.
My mom, not to air her out, but she just does not like her space to be messy at all. So she is like vacuuming every morning and like all that stuff.
Really?
I mean,
Hmm.
I do the dishes. I do the
Okay.
dishes. I do the dishes, and sometimes I feed my sister and I clean my room, but that's pretty much it. I mean, we only do chores like my mom does. Like this day she goes, we're gonna do year like spring cleaning, or like
Mhm.
that saying, like spring cleaning, winter cleaning, like all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right, but before we start to wrap up, I do want you to tell me because you said you had a Pinterest dream board.
Yes.
So share a little bit about the dream trajectory that you have right now for yourself, your career.
Okay.
Like where do you see yourself going with your music?
Honestly, I just want for people to be touched, do you know? Like, I just want people to like, obviously I want people to listen to my music, but it's not really even for the views. I just honestly think that like there's a lot of like things that I have been through or that other people have been through, or like sometimes you can like interpret a song however you want to interpret it, honestly. So for now, all I really want is for people to see it and to understand it and to be able to relate to it. And in the bigger scheme of things, I really, 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 really want to be able to perform to big crowds because I've been doing that since I was little. And not with really like they paid me to do this, but it would be great to be paid to do it. But it's more of like, I don't know. I just like want to the same thing that, this is how I explain it with acting and singing. The same things that singing and music and movies do for me, I want to see in other people with what I do. You know, like music makes me feel like, I mean, many ways, it just makes you feel like you can literally anything. It makes you feel like everything, everywhere, all at once. So it's like, it's
That's
like,
a movie, right?
yes, yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm relatable. I'm in touch. I know what's going on. I caught that.
I was like, it literally just makes you feel everything, everywhere, all at once. But so basically, I just want people to feel emotion. I want them to like really feel what I'm talking about, get a grasp. And I want to move people and all of that. So, and I want to perform so bad.
Okay, why do you want to move people so badly? Like what do you attribute that to? Like where did that come from? Why do I mean, because literally it's like you have a heart for people. I mean, you know.
I do. And I love to see like when people are like, I just want people to feel like they're heard by at least someone. Like I want them to like, also like a lot of my music that I will be releasing has a lot of comedy aspects to it sometimes, and all of that stuff. And like the music that I write with Zion and stuff like that, sometimes it has like certain like sad or happy aspects to it. So why I want to make people feel something is honestly, I just love to know that people feel like they're not, like stuck, if you know what I mean, like stuck and alone, and that they can move on from things. And like,
yeah, but there's a reason why you want that. Do you know what that is or not yet?
honestly, I don't really know. I honestly just think that it's always been something, because I have always been the type of friend to like give advice or like just listen to people. And I don't know, I just love to like, I guess in a sense, take care of people in a way, like make them feel like they're cared for, and like it just makes me feel good to see other people feel good,
Okay. So it's somewhat unexplainable, but
Yeah.
also it feels good to be there for other people and help other people feel good, know that they're heard.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just always trying to dig a little deeper at the why behind the why.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have a feeling you'll grow even more into that, the why.
I hope so. I
and the
hope
desire.
so. I really
But
do.
I think that's very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, if we go to you still have your IG page, right? You didn't lose it.
The amount of times, let me tell you, the amount of times I have lost an Instagram account, it would make people shocked. Like, not
Really?
even for a good reason. Not even for a good reason. It's literally just because I either get hacked or I forgot my password.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Get a new phone and I forgot my password.
Deep.
No, I can't.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you know what? I think I figured out this episode that there's something going on with the little connection hole to this mic.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to get that checked.
That sucks.
I know. Look it. Anyway, but really quick, because we do have to land this plane. Okay, we have to land this plane.
Yes.
But I want to ask too before we go, because you used your hard-earned money to buy all your stuff for production. I mean, did your mom or somebody put that in a little bug in your ear, or you were just like, nah, I know I want to do this. I'm gonna buy all this stuff and have my own setup.
The second one, because I've seen a lot of like female producers on my For You page on TikTok, and I was like, wait, let me do that, because also like it gives you like 100% of everything. It gives you like all of the credits for everything. It just like, also I love doing like tasks and stuff. Like it just makes you like feel good when something's like done and you did it yourself and you didn't have somebody do it for you. So yeah, I literally, most of the money that I spent was on this stuff, and I didn't even get that much stuff. Like I have a MIDI pad and I have a mini like piano little keyboard thing, and I bought this computer I bought this computer that we're on right now, that we're talking on right now. So yeah.
Nice. All right, you got a little business mind going on at the same time that you have your creativity popping. I love it. Well balanced. Okay, so we're gonna go to your Instagram page and we will see you. Will we see you singing? Will we see some of your? I mean, what are we gonna see on your Instagram page, on your IG page?
Well, I have two. So I have a main account that is mostly for like cool photo shoots or pictures that I take, and then I have my music account that is for covers and promotion and letting people know that my music is out, basically. So on my music account you'll just see like little teasers or sneak peeks of music videos and sneak peeks of the song and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much all you see, because I only have one song out other than this one, so there's not that many posts, but there will be more.
Okay, so give us your handles. What are your handles for your pages so that we can go there?
My music handle is KaliaKMusic, and my main page is KaliaKMusic. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to spell. Do you mind if I spell it out?
No, spell it out, and then we'll also put it below so people can like read it and all that. But y'all, Kalia spells her name with a K, so know that. Kalia K.
Yes, Kalia K, Kalia.
Okay.
That's my name.
And then Kiki.
Kiki is Kiki, and then Leah is Leeyaah.
All right, Leah, Kiki, Leah, I like it. Hey.
Yeah, Kiki is what my friend Zion and her mom call me. So,
hi. Shout out to the besties.
Yes, I love you guys. If you're watching.
Oh my gosh! All right, is there anything else that you would like people to know before we wrap this episode up?
Okay, I guess stay true to you. Don't let people tell you anything negative about yourself, and don't let people assume things about you that are not true. And be at peace with yourself and love yourself. And that's pretty much it.
Hey! Be at peace with yourself and love yourself. I'm a shalom to that.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, man, we're going to have to end this episode. Perhaps we will have Kalia on again.
Yes.
But thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
This was a wonderful episode.
Yes.
And, in case you guys forgot, you have been listening to For the Artists, which is a podcast brought to you by Creative M Projects, a 501c3 nonprofit organization out here helping artists develop mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I'm a snap to that. I have been your host, Melissa Cherie, and we have been talking to the one and only Kalia K. I like that, has a ring to it. So until next week, you already know what it is. I want you to keep creating. All right, y'all. Peace.